Hey folks, how you doing? I'm talking about the natural fact. That is religion, mythology, and the natural fact. So now, religion, mythology are supposed to follow from the natural fact, okay? Derived from nature, natural events, okay? Now, when a situation in the mythology or religion, okay, defies the natural fact, then it's questionable, right? The natural fact then has to do what the early humans did, and some humans do today. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, when a young boy, okay, reaches puberty, okay, he becomes what they call true of word or true of voice. Well, when he reaches puberty, for one thing, his voice changes from the boy voice to the man voice. Not only that, okay, when he reaches puberty, well, he becomes a reproducer. Hence, he became a man because he could reproduce. Okay, but at this age, the boy leaves the mother and goes with the father. This happens today in various places in the world, okay? Certain tribes or whatnot in Africa, Australia, or India, or China, you know what I mean? This still happens, in some of the groups, you know what I mean, in those areas, okay? And so we see now in the scripture, okay, where, okay, the young boy, well, at 13 years of age, okay, leaves the mother and goes to carry out the will of the Father. Now, when Jesus says that, told his mother that, hey, I'm going to carry out the will of the Father, or I'm going to work with the Father, okay, he had reached puberty at this time. And so he goes and he makes this transformation from childhood to manhood. He goes and works with the Father, okay, and becomes the Christ, doing the work of the Father, okay. Now, at age 30, which is important, okay, so now the same thing happens to the other child gods, such as Heru or Atum, when they reach puberty, hence in the mythology, this is mythology when we talk about these child gods, okay, when they reach puberty, they too went to work with the Father, okay. So now, these are natural facts, all right. It happened in nature. In real time, it's happening today in some communities around the world. Okay, but what it happened in nature, now it is happening in religion. In other words, the religion represents what the folks did years ago. Hence, we have Jesus going to work with the Father. This is representative. It represents what people did in the past, and, well, like I said, some people still do these things, but this is what the scripture represents. It represents the natural fact, you see. But when something comes along in scripture that defies the natural facts, then it's questionable. Wait a minute, is this scripture holding true to the natural fact? People need to answer that question to themselves. Is it really true, you see? A religion was never based on hocus pocus in the past. It wasn't based on hocus pocus. There were no miracles with those folks in ancient times, you see. They lived according to the natural facts, okay? They lived according to the physiology. When there's a biological, physiological change, they noticed it. And they lived in harmony with it. So when a boy reached puberty, they lived harmony with it. They lived in harmony with this act. Okay. And so the father would take the boy out, teach him the laws of the tribe and the rules of the tribe, how to treat women and all that. This is a natural fact. This is how it happened. and Scripture relays this to us, okay? And it's a message with the child gods who transform, okay, according to the natural facts. Thank you, folks, and have a good one. Subscribe. Okay. Bye.